Yo, Henry Heard Average Slowpitch. Today we're getting a chance to bring out the 2025 Louisville Slugger Scott Hartling Genesis 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. This one has obviously the glossier paint job. So this one and the Balance Genesis both have glossy this year. Kylie Studiosos and Brady's obviously went with the matte paint job. We've noticed a little bit of a difference just kind of between performance, braking with them. But either way, we're gonna go through the braking process right now. For us, instead of doing the 50-75% with Pro M's, we talked to Dirty Sanchez. You might have seen us talk about this on the, I think it was the Iron Man video, and the Brady actually. We're just gonna use 52s, kind of swing away, get about 80 swings here on this one, and then we'll hop over to Pro M's. It's currently still 70 degrees here in Cruces. Somehow we got a no wind day, so we're gonna knock out a bunch of reviews tonight while we're out here. But either way, we've looked at it. By the time we're done, about 8:30 p.m., it's still gonna be 65. So should be no issues there. Either way, let's get some swings on it, and I'll take it back to the house, get you a final compression, final thoughts. All right, let's see where the all new Scott Hartling's at. If you missed it in the intro, 13-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. We are swinging a 27-ounce today. I know none of that matters for the testing portion, but I don't know what parts you guys skip over and don't skip over. So let that sit at 0. And about 260, 265. So we've talked about this in the past. Whenever we test kind of on the turf, even though it's on the dirt, it's not the hardest surface. So we've seen slightly lower testing. I'd be willing to bet since every other Louisville we tested is at about 270, 275. That's really where this one's at. Either way, we will test on the concrete when we get home, let it sit after the braking procedure and all our swings, and then get you a final compression.
89 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour.
That's not what I wanted. 2 swings.
83 miles per hour.
I bet.
90 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour. 92 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour.
Okay, here we go. Louisville Genesis Scott Hartling. This is a 27-ounce. What'd you say the barrel was?
13-inch.
13-inch barrel. And a 2-piece. Here we go. Let's have fun with it.
78 miles per hour. 78 miles per hour. 78 miles per hour.
There you go. Okay.
76 miles per hour. 83 miles per hour.
Okay, so there we go with the Louisville Genesis Scott Hartling. Me personally, I don't know. I try my best to feel the good in every bat that we swing. This one felt a little stiff to me. I'm an older guy. I like a lot of flex. I won't lie about that. So, but if you're in love with Jenny's, this Scott Hartling 2-piece 13-inch barrel, 27-ounce, it did, when I did square one up, it did nice for me. So there you go.
98 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
Yeah, so initial feel, this one, it reminds me sound-wise and kind of the 52 feel of a little bit like the Iron Man, or I guess they're not called that this year, the Balance Jenny. But it's definitely got kind of good trampoline with these 52s. First handful of swings, I mean, not as much pop as I remember from the Balance Jenny, but that one also was crazy, crazy good. But either way, good overall feel. Half-ounce end load, doesn't feel too pronounced. For this being a 27, I think it's pretty close to true. Weighting wise in the hands, we'll kind of figure that out as we get some more swings.
104 miles per hour.
Well, there's the 52 performance we expect from the Louis.
103 miles per hour. 108 miles per hour.
Seems like a good spot to stop. But again, we're right at about 80 to 90 52s. Again, we use those instead of the Pro M's for our break-in so we can kind of full swing. Also, get people who have to use 52s up north, Canadians, kind of performance on this one. But so far, some webbing starting, which we've come to expect from the Louis. No seams, anything like that. Let's go ahead, swap over to the Pro M's. We'll get another 80 swings with the Pro M's as well. Pushes about up to about 160 or so swings. And then final compression, final thoughts.
100 miles per hour. 96 miles per hour. 104 miles per hour. 103 miles per hour.
It does count.
104 miles per hour.
I think I averaged like 100 on that one. That was insane. No, do I ever?
Yeah.
Liar.
When you like the bats, that's why I know if you like them.
No, it's good. It's probably the highest I've...
When you came off, you're like, oh my God, that's gas.
No, great bet, great pop with the Pro M's. I mean, I average like 100 miles an hour, which is a lot higher than I normally fucking do. Oh, my bad. But yeah, no, definitely a great bet. Pick one up, use code, whatever his code is.
98 miles per hour. 93 miles per hour. 95 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour. 90 miles per hour.
All right, again, we finished the breaking procedure. We've got 85 to 90, something like that, of the 52s. Obviously, everyone swung it full swings. I'm actually the third person out to swing it. It's got 20, 40, 50-ish Pro M's, so we're going to go ahead and throw some more on there. We just checked the weather. It's still currently right at 70 degrees, maybe 69, who knows, based on the part of town. But either way, good temps, bat ball, everything's been inside. I think we mentioned on the intro, but let's see what the Hartling's got for us.
109 miles per hour.
Woo-wee, that was a good one.
109 miles per hour.
Yeah, it definitely comes off this barrel good. I mean, it reminds me of a blend between the balanced Ironman 13-inch, whatever you want to call it, and Kylie's. Obviously, less end load than Kylie's, more in the balance, but with that gloss paint job, that's, I think, what kind of balances out the feel between the two of them. But good pop so far. Just webbing, which is what we've come to expect. We'll get this thing, like I said, up to near 100 Pro M's and then go from there.
104 miles
That's
per
better.
hour.
Well, that ball was pieced. That one felt pretty good.
112 miles per hour. 109 miles per hour.
109 swing.
Whoo-wee, definitely feels good.
110 miles per hour.
Yeah, that'll do it for the Pro M. So with the Hartling, I mean, feels good. Not so much end load against the 27 that it feels like you got to kind of keep the barrel of the bat from dipping through the zone, but ball definitely comes off really good. The sound on this one, a little bit higher pitched than obviously like Kylie's or the Brady, which makes sense from the gloss paint job. So far, again, we're about 180 swings in between the Pro M's and the 52s. We've got just webbing. We might have one paint seam starting. Let's see if I can, let's see. I don't even know if I'll show that to you.
Well, if you're not going to eclipse it, you lurch.
I don't know, you might be able to see it or not. But anyways, there's a small one, looks like it's starting right here. It's hard to see in the paint, but either way, by no means is it large, and it could just be raised paint. But either way, that many swings, again, if you break it in the right way, which we obviously did, and then you just take it out and game it from there. If you want to put 50 or Pro M's on after that, just to get a feel for it, obviously, just put a handful as you're rotating the barrel and then game it, and you should have no issues with it. But jumps off good, not quite the perfect kind of feedback or ideal feedback that you get from, I thought like the Brady gave you really, really good feedback. 12-inch barrel makes sense. The Balance Jenny, good feedback as well. But either way, let's get it home, test it, final impression, final thoughts. All right, let's see where our Scott Hartling finished at testing wise. Again, we've got about the 80 to 90 52s, followed by about 80 or so Pro-Ms as well. So it's got a whole bunch of swings on it. And it's sitting pretty much dead on 250. So that's kind of what we've seen so far when we do the braking procedure plus the almost 100 swings. I think we had the same numbers pretty much with the Brady. And I think we were slightly higher with the balanced Genesis, Ironman, whatever you want to call it. But either way, let's go ahead and scale this thing up, and then we'll come back with final thoughts. All right, let's see where the 27-ounce Scott Hartling is scaling. This one does not have the pyramid grip. Already took it off of this one. And we're at 27.05, so 0.05 ounces off a sticker, pretty much spot on at that point. Nothing to worry about. Go with your normal weight for sure. All right, and that's gonna wrap it up there for the Louisville Slugger Genesis Scott Hartling. Again, this is a 1/2 ounce end load, 13-inch barrel. We were swinging a 27-ounce today. Was hoping to do all the final thoughts, pressure on stuff at the field tonight, but for like the 3rd time in a row now with our reservations, the lights have turned off super early, and so, well, here we are. We actually had to use the truck to drive around and go locate all our balls. Hope we don't lose any, but either way, that's neither here nor there. With this one here, we kind of talked about a little bit during the video, compared to kind of all the other models. I mean, similar kind of obviously sound from during the braking procedure portion that we use the 52s for. Similar obviously sound with the Pro-Ms. However, for me, there was a slight difference. Like it was somewhere in the middle between kind of the real high pitched sound we had from the Brady before it was broken in, and then kind of the immediate, almost better sound we got with the Ironman or Balance, whatever you want to call it. And so with this one, obviously a gloss paint job, would expect it to be similar to the Ironman, obviously at that point. But we kind of, like I said, got a little bit of a mix between the two. So sweet spot on it was good. When you caught it, you knew you caught it. Ball jumped off well. Easy to control. Like the 1/2 ounce end load by no means feels very heavy. Like on this one, I definitely feel like I'm swinging a 27 ounce. I can tell there's kind of an end load there versus obviously like the balanced Ironman, we talked about it. That one kind of felt like it was more of like a mid load, which I think worked out kind of really well. And that's what kind of helped it really perform. But this one, we still saw good numbers. It was still good with the 52s. The feedback on it was a little bit different than the other Louis so far. So for us, that's why you'll see here in a minute with the kind of end of the rankings piece, we just dropped it kind of 1 point from those ones. But again, if you're somebody that's looking for that 13-inch barrel, 1/2 ounce end load, this is obviously the way to go. If you want a heavier end load, that's where Kylie Studiosos comes in. If you don't want to end load, that's the Ironman. And then obviously I think they're running pretty low on the Brady's at this point. I do think Headbanger Sports is supposed to restock some. They didn't get their full shipment in yet, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you're looking for kind of the 12-inch portion there. But as you saw, it's pretty spot on with what we've gotten from the way we've done it with the braking procedure into the swings as far as compression goes. Starts about 275, all of them been finishing right around 250, which kind of makes sense on a bat that's meant to be somewhat game ready once the braking procedure is done. We obviously are going over that kind of swing mark there as well. So with that being said, again, these are available still over on Slugger Slowpitch and Headbanger Sports. Either one, you can obviously roll over there with ADS35 for the code for 20% off. I know Headbanger Sports has all weights in stock right now, so just kind of something to keep in mind there. But again, if you want that 1/2 ounce end load, this is going to be kind of obviously your way to go. All 4 of the US kind of first and second drops, technically, they're a week apart from Louisville Slugger, are currently available. If you want to kind of see how this one ranks against the other Louis or any other bats, obviously besides just the graphic you're going to see here momentarily, if you go to averagedudeslowpitch.com on the homepage, you'll be able to see USSSA rankings, and we got the full breakdown. We've been adding these bats to that ranking list as soon as the video is basically edited and ready, so those are actually updated before the video even drops. And then on the far right, you're going to notice there's a spot for like a full breakdown. We break down why we ranked it, what we did. That one's a little delayed right now with all the bats dropping. It's been super, super busy getting BP in, obviously normal work, all that kind of stuff, and then getting the reviews edited up. So here in the near future, that'll all be updated. And then going forward as the reviews slow down, expect to see that update within about a week or two at most of the video actually dropping. But again, we still have the quick reference guide so you can kind of see that piece or obviously reach out. But either way, hopefully you kind of enjoyed this. This is the last of obviously the 4 that we need to drop. So now you can kind of make a decision on what you want to do as far as go with one of the other models, this model, or maybe just go a different route altogether. But either way, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Have a great day.